Hey guys, the Boach35 here, also known as Visual Silence, and I'm bringing back Madness Project Nexus. Um, I've been using this game as a part of my Dream series, so you guys have a form of entertainment instead of just sitting there staring at my dashboard the entire time as I, just rant on about a dream that I had. But today, we're getting to the finale. Yes, we are getting to the good part. Hold on. Let's check, make sure the volume's good. Alright, volume's good. Today, we get to the good part. And because we're getting to the good part, we're gonna continue our story mode. We're bringing the finale. And, we last left off hearing a blood-curdling scream at the rave, and I turned around and I saw the queen covered in blood. I mean, absolutely covered from the bottom of her face down to her chin, her neck, and her chest. It was all just covered in blood. It was so disgusting. It was brutal beyond imagine. There was so much blood everywhere. And it was this girl who screamed. I'm guessing it was her boyfriend that the queen killed, because there was so much blood. And in one fell swoop, she just swiped her hand right across the girl's neck and cut her throat open. And all you could hear was this gargling coming from her throat. Oh, it was sickening. And during this time, I was just sitting there in complete shock and awe, wondering what was happening. And I just didn't know what to do. And then suddenly, I saw the rest of the pack just swarming other people. And they were just killing them and killing them and killing them, eating them and drinking their blood, and oh, it was awful. And these people, they didn't have anything to do with what was happening. They were just complete innocent people, and they were being brutally murdered. Yeah, perfect topic to talk about while I'm playing this game, huh? And I felt this sudden sense of hunger come over me. Like I wanted to eat something. And I saw this man. And I ran up to him, and I just quickly cut his throat open as fast as I could. And I ate it. I ate his throat. I ate his jugular, his esophagus, whatever. I did it, and I went crazy. I didn't know what was happening. And the lights lit up the top of the roof, and there was these naked bodies up there. They were all naked. They were men, women, children, elderly, senior citizens of all ages. They were just it was disturbing. And they were in cages, and they just swooped down to the floor so fast. They didn't hit it with a thud, but they went fast. It was insane. Oh man. You guys are gonna have to pardon me. This is really difficult to talk about. What happened next? I could see Antonio just running and killing and eating and drinking and killing and eating and drinking and running. It was just awful. I ran up to him. I grabbed him by the shoulder, turned him around, and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he looked at me. And he punched me in the stomach and launched me at the wall. And he said, "No, what the fuck are you doing?" And he just, I looked at him and I said, "Look around, you idiot! You're killing innocent people." You know, kind of like in an angry way. And I just couldn't stand it. I told him, "You don't understand what you're doing. This isn't us. This isn't who we are. This is morally wrong." And he said, "Don't you get it? We don't have morals anymore. We don't follow that stuff anymore. We're not that kind of people anymore. We do what we want. These are humans. They're below us." And I said, "No, they're not. We're humans. This isn't who we are, Antonio." And I remember he just understood. He said, "Alright, I get it. We need to stop this." And I said, "Yeah, we do need to stop this." And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I said to him, "Let's go vampire hunting." And that's what we did. He went left, I went right. And, I remember I went after the banker first. And, you know, he was an easy target. It took him down without a problem. And I could see Antonio fighting the thinker, and he wasn't so easy to fight. Antonio had him in a headlock, and he was just choking him and choking him and choking him. But the thinker did some weird, like, ninja move where he turned around and punched Antonio in the face. And I rushed over and tackled him onto the ground. And he looked at me, and he said, "You don't understand what you're doing." And I said, "Yes, I do." And I punched him in the face, and I heard something crack, because my fist kept going down and down and down and down, and I felt something squish. And I knew from that point on he was definitely dead. And then we went after the Alpha, the man who taught us to fight. He wasn't an easy target. He was actually very difficult to fight. He said, "I knew you fuckheads would do this to us. I knew you would betray us." And we just we tried fighting him one at a time, and that didn't work. We both rushed at him. That didn't work. I remember that we would just simultaneously be throwing punches at him, but he was not giving up. I mean, I would fake right, Antonio would fake left, then we would both hit right. And then he would fake left, I would fake right, and then we both hit right, or hit left. This was the way we attacked him, and the hits were successful, but they didn't do anything. The fight went on for so long. He was the hardest that we had to fight. He was not an easy target. And I remember after a while we started to wear him down. And it was at that point where we were starting to get worn down. I said to Antonio, we have to do this fast or else he's gonna finish us off. And we both just punched him right in the head. And I heard a crack, but he threw us both away and just took off. I don't know where he went, but he took off. And I could hear the queen scream at the top of her lungs. Like, not like a high-pitched scream, more of like an angry scream. And I could see her looking furious. Like she was not happy at all. I could see the dominatrix by her with this look of complete sadness, and I knew that she had snitched us out, that we were the cause of all the fighting and all the vampires dying. And she knew that she was going to die next. And I just ran up to her as fast as I could, made my fist into like a straight palm, like a straight motion, and I just jammed it right into her skull, and it came out the other side, killed her on impact. And the queen, she just looked up at me with this sudden look of innocence, and I was pulling my fist back to strike, and I could just remember her I could hear her in my head over and over again, playing back and back and back, saying, protect me, be true to yourself, protect me, no matter what, you have to protect me. And I was a man of my word, I had to protect her. No matter what. And then the alpha he came from nowhere. I don't even know where he came from, but he just came in, swooped down, and picked up the queen and just took off. I mean, he just, like, took off. And he took the queen with him. And me and Antonio went into the back alley, and we just sat there, and I said, it's over, we're done. And he said, I'm free now, I can do whatever I want. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, I'm not under their control anymore, I'm free. I said, what do you mean by that? And he said, I'm leaving. I said, what do you mean you're leaving? You can't just leave. I And he said, yes, I can. I'm free now. I don't have to listen to anybody. And he just left. And a while back, we first met by going to these confidence meetings in a police station. And that's where we met the Alpha. And that's how we, you know, first got into the vampire thing. We knew the Alpha a while back. That's where I recognized him from. I recognized him from the confidence, from the self-confidence meetings. And I went back to those eventually. And I walked up to the police desk and I said, are the confidence meetings still going on? And he said, yeah, but you just missed it. They already started. I said, I slammed my fist down as hard as I could. I said, I'm going in. And he looked at me and he said, all right, go ahead, go ahead. And I remember walking in there wearing a white hoodie. And when I walked in, the room went in complete silence. And because there was a guy there who was wearing the exact same hoodie I was, but it was gray. And they kept looking back and forth between me and him, me and him, me and him. And he looked at me and he said, I knew you'd come back. And he pulled his hood down, and it was the Alpha. The Alpha came back to the confidence meeting because he knew I would go back. And he just ran up to me as fast as he could. And I ran at him as fast as I could. And we both collided in the air. And I punched him in the right side of the face. He punched me in the left side of the face. And then it started going blurry from there. I can't really remember what happened. All I remember is we were fighting and fighting and fighting. But then and I woke up. That's actually what happened. I don't really remember who won. All I remember is waking up all sweaty and hot, and I felt like I was about to vomit. And I went into the bathroom. I could barely see anything. I was dizzy. I was nauseated. I put my face on the toilet. It smelled like puke and piss. And it was nasty. And somebody sent me a message. And they said, well, how long was the stream? And I said, and really, truthfully, it was all in a 3-hour nap on Monday. And yeah, that's really what happened. I woke up, I was hot, sweaty, and dizzy, and I went to the bathroom. Felt like I was gonna throw up, but I didn't. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this series as much as I did. I didn't really enjoy it. It was actually kind of painful to remember. Hope you enjoy the gameplay. The link to the game will be in the description of this video. Thanks for watching. Visual out.